You may enter ketosis by reducing your carb intake, increasing your intake of healthy fats, and increasing your physical activity. The metabolic state of ketosis has various positive health effects. Your body starts utilizing ketones, which are made from fat during nutritional ketosis, as your primary energy source. Studies have shown that diets that encourage ketosis are quite effective for losing weight, in part because of their impact on decreasing hunger. Additionally, research suggests that type 2 diabetes and neurological problems, among other ailments, may benefit from ketosis. Nevertheless, getting into a state of ketosis can need effort and preparation. It's not just as simple as cutting carbs. Here are 7 effective methods for entering ketosis. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. 1. Reduce carb consumption. The key to entering ketosis is by far following a very low-carb diet. Normally, the primary fuel source for your cells is glucose, sometimes known as sugar. The majority of your cells can, however, also use fatty acids and ketones as fuel. In the form of glycogen, your body stores glucose in your liver and muscles. Low carbohydrate intake lowers insulin levels and decreases glycogen storage in the body. This enables your body's fat reserves to release fatty acids. Some of these fatty acids are transformed by your liver into the ketones acetone, acetoacetate, and beta-hydroxybutyrate. Parts of your brain can use these ketones as fuel. The level of carb restriction necessary to trigger ketosis varies from person to person and can be influenced by a number of variables, including the sorts of exercise you engage in. Some people must keep their daily net carbohydrate consumption to no more than 20 grams, while others can reach ketosis by consuming twice as much or more. Because of this, the Atkins diet's induction phase demands that carbohydrate intake be capped at 20 grams per day for 2 weeks in order to ensure ketosis. As long as ketosis is sustained after this point, tiny amounts of carbs can be progressively reintroduced into your diet. Depending on the overall quantity of calories they consume and their level of daily activity, each person may have a different carb consumption limit to enter and stay in ketosis. Ketosis typically results from ingesting 5 to 10% of total calories as carbohydrates. 2. Consume coconut oil. Consuming coconut oil can aid with ketosis. MCTs, also known as medium-chain triglycerides, are present in it. Unlike most fats, MCTs are quickly absorbed and transported to the liver where they can be transformed into ketones or used as energy right away. In fact, it has been proposed that increasing ketone levels in people with Alzheimer's disease and other nervous system problems may be accomplished best by consuming coconut oil. Despite having 4 different forms of MCTs, lauric acid makes up about 50% of the fat in coconut oil. According to certain studies, fats with a higher lauric acid content may result in a state of ketosis that lasts longer. This is due to the fact that it is digested differently from other MCTs. MCTs have been used to put epileptic kids into ketosis. A high MCT diet induces ketosis without imposing as severe a carbohydrate restriction as the traditional ketogenic diet. In reality, multiple studies have discovered that the benefits of a high MCT diet, which provides about 20% of calories from carbohydrates, are comparable to those of the traditional ketogenic diet. It's a good idea to include coconut oil into your diet gradually to reduce any digestive adverse effects like cramping in the stomach or diarrhea. 3. Get enough protein. A sufficient yet moderate protein intake is necessary to enter ketosis. To increase ketone levels, the traditional ketogenic diet prescribed to people with epilepsy excludes both carbohydrates and protein. The same diet may also be advantageous for cancer patients because it may slow the growth of tumors. The majority of people, however, shouldn't dramatically reduce their protein consumption in order to produce more ketone bodies. First, it's crucial to consume enough protein to provide the liver the amino acids it needs to start producing glucose, a process known as gluconeogenesis. The few cells and organs in your body that cannot use ketones as fuel, such as your red blood cells and some of your kidneys and brain, are supplied with glucose during this process by your liver. Second, especially during weight loss, protein intake needs to be sufficient to maintain muscle mass while carbohydrate intake is low. Despite the fact that losing weight often involves losing both muscle and fat, eating enough protein while adhering to a very low-carb ketogenic diet can help you keep your muscle mass. Numerous studies have demonstrated that a protein consumption of between 0.5 and 0.77 grams per pound, 1.2 and 1.7 grams per kilogram, of lean mass is optimal for maintaining muscle mass and enhancing athletic performance. You can retain lean mass while reducing weight by consuming 0.45–0.68 grams of protein per pound, 1.5 grams per kilogram, each day. Extremely low-carb diets with a protein consumption in this range have been observed to initiate and maintain ketosis in studies on weight loss. Following a ketogenic diet with 30% of calories coming from protein for 4 weeks resulted in an average blood ketone level of 1.52 mmol/L in one study of 17 obese men. This is well within the nutritional ketosis range of 0.53 mmol/L. 4. Try short fast or fat fasts. Going several hours without eating is another approach to enter the ketosis state. In reality, between dinner and breakfast, many people enter a mild state of ketosis. Before beginning a ketogenic diet, typically, children with epilepsy fasted for 12 to 72 hours. This method frequently required hospital supervision. Non-fasting procedures are currently used more frequently. Fasting, however, helps ensure that some kids enter ketosis early so that seizures can be decreased more quickly. Ketosis may also be induced by intermittent fasting, a dietary strategy including frequent, brief fasts. Additionally, fat fasting is another method for increasing ketone levels that mimics the effects of fasting. It entails ingesting 700 to 1,100 calories per day, with about 80% of those calories coming from fat. This low-calorie, high-fat diet may hasten the process of getting you into ketosis. 5. Exercise. A growing body of research suggests that several types of athletic performance may benefit from being in a state of ketosis. Being more active can also assist you in entering the ketosis state. The glycogen stores in your body are depleted during activity. When you eat carbohydrates, which are broken down into glucose, these are often supplied. Glycogen is formed from glucose that isn't immediately needed. However, glycogen levels stay low if carbohydrate consumption is reduced. Your liver responds by producing more ketones, which your muscles can use as an alternate fuel source. Ketone levels have been demonstrated to rise after exercising. 9 postmenopausal women who exercised either before or after a meal participated in a modest 2009 study. When they exercised before a meal compared to after, their blood ketone levels were 137 to 314% higher. Although exercise promotes ketone synthesis, it may take your body 4 weeks to get used to using fatty acids and ketones as your main sources of fuel. Performance on the physical level could momentarily decline during this period. So there you have it. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe.